Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 2, where we're still truce to France for a little while. We are truce to them until 17 February 1922. That's still about 2.5 years out. And with Poland until 12 February 1923. So it's going to be a little while until we can do any more conquering in Europe, or Europe adjacent? I don't know, this line gets a little fuzzy for me. Where Europe ends and Asia begins. But, I mean, that's okay. There's our railroad max level coming in. That is, of course, fantastic. That means that we can start working on our infrastructure, and we can get human resources, apparently, but also synthetic polymers started. Wonderful. And with that, let's also hop over to our infrastructure map mode. Oh, this is disgusting looking. Yeah, that's exciting looking. Okay, let's just go around and get a bunch of railroads expanded here. I'm gonna try to keep the game ticking here, and hopefully it's not too laggy to have this happen. So far it seems to be okay-ish. It's not accepting a couple of clicks here and there, but overall it seems to be okay. Yeah. That's okay. We're working on synthetic polymers as well, of course. I wanted to scroll up, not down. Thank you. Excellent. We're going to continue to work on our railroads up in this direction. Excellent. And let's just work on our European infrastructure a little bit. So I highly doubt that China's going to declare war on us. If they do, we can always pivot over to a bit more of a war focus, but that's, I think, pretty unlikely. We did get ourselves a major discovery there. Okay. That's nice. Let's see, this is part of Netherlands here. That's part of Francia. Okay, that is fine. I was slightly misclicking there. It usually helps if you click on the button rather than next to the button. At least, that's been my experience in gaming for the past, like, couple decades. It usually helps to click directly on the button rather than next to the button. Long live Ethiopia. We are gaining more cores. Let's take a quick break from infrastructure for right now, because we can turn Moscow into a state. Wonderful. And see, look at that. With the game paused, look at how much snappier this is. That is a lot. Okay, I guess we're expanding the naval bases here. I did not intend to do that, but misclicks are apparently a fact of life today. Wonderful. It's just insane. So look at this how snappy this is right now. Just boom, boom, boom. Okay, we'll unpause. That is a lot in terms of lag. Well, that's Victoria for you. What are you gonna do? Well, I can tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna expand our infrastructure in Europe. And gain some more prestige, apparently. I do want to check in, though. Oh, hello. Communists have gained in the upper house. We like that. Navy organization, allowing construction of monitors. Okay, that's all fine. I do want to check in on how powerful China is. Okay, they are still over 1,000 behind us, even though we're not focusing in the slightest on our military. So I think overall we're relatively safe there. We'll replace those stolen weapons. That will not be expensive in the slightest. It's like 600 pounds. That's not much. Considering we currently have almost 70 million in the bank. Yeah. Luckily, we are spending some of it. I wish we could lower our taxes, but we'd have to be not communist to lower our taxes. So, that'll be interesting. Oh, Ooh, that was an exciting one. And that I wasn't holding control for. That was entirely my fault. There we go. Getting that state built. Excellent. We'll just see about getting up to the maximum level of infrastructure. That will be very, very useful going into Hearts of Iron. Which, by the way, we may not conquer the world by 1945, depending on how aggressive I am. Which, if this series is any indicator, the answer to that is not particularly. So, we may not end by 1945, but that's okay. We will continue after 1945 if necessary. Okay, let's get all of this done over here. Yes, that is absolutely fine. Our synthetic polymers are actually almost done already. We are making 67.56 research points per day. We're down to 98.4% literacy. I feel like we're reproducing faster than we're educating people. Even though we're at 100% in terms of our education. I suppose it just can't always keep up. It's just kind of the way it works. I did not mean to select all of those military units. But it can get a little bit exciting. Just like how I did not intend to deselect that province. Or go here. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't have shouldered that responsibility. I should have said that the lazy natives need to adapt. Don't want to lose the prestige. I feel like it's a little laggier zoomed in with all of these trade good icons and such. Pretty sure it is. Let's zoom back out. Oh, anarcho-liberals. Okay, well, that is just going to be me holding down the enter key for a while those get sorted. Oh, we should not talk to them. There we go. I would love to still be building infrastructure, but I do see that there's an occupation in Iceland. I'm just going to pause the game for right now and continue building infrastructure with the game paused here, and then we'll deal with any of those islands that we need to get to that our rebel suppressors can't get to. Or actually, maybe we should get to those right now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of infrastructure we've made so far. So, there's some rebels on Iceland. These guys actually are currently over here, and I kind of forgot about them. And we actually ended up losing a lot of troops because of it. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Well, we'll deal with these, and then we'll go back to working on our infrastructure. Actually, that's 25k there. Did I misread that? I may have. What do we have here? 900. Okay, yeah. It is exactly what I thought. Well, we'll take that back eventually. And we will start to take back some of these locations. There's our new tech coming in. That's very nice. And long live Ethiopia, we are getting more cores and more battles being won. Excellent. We should probably get another research. We are now maxed out on industry and culture. We're going to skip mutual funds for right now because we simply do not need additional tax efficiency right now. And we are going to go for modern army doctrine instead. Okay. We'll get that core. We'll let these battles continue for a little bit. And yeah, we're taking attrition on these ships. That's the big reason that this happened. But I guess I completely forgot about this. It's entirely my own fault. Okay, let's land these guys here. And we'll let them do some repairs as we allow these battles to finish up. And these repairs are not too bad. Okay. Well, we are dealing with a lot of these. No, please stop trying to get me to talk to these people. Like, what are these guys? Anarcho-liberals? Yeah, get out of here. How are we doing on our repairs? This is not going up. Noted. Okay, let's go ahead and... 70th Army will be split between one ship. 4th Fleet, 2 weight. The remaining army of total weight 7 will not be loaded. We only have 2 transports and 12 light ships here. Ah. That'll solve that problem. This will be way too many transports. But we're okay with that, I think. Let's get these transports over. They will arrive shortly, soon enough, in theory. Yeah, here they come. Okay, we are continuing to put down a lot of these rebels. That's great. Okay, let's get this fleet grouped together. Can carry 40 weight. That is plenty. And yeah, it's because I just left them there that we had issues. Iceland is a single province, right? Yeah, it is. I doubt we get there before their occupation finishes, but we can try. Apparently we can't. We have... Oh, I want to select the actual fleet. There we go. That usually helps. Okay. So there we go. We are still putting down some of these, but they should be done pretty shortly. Tensions are dissipating, so that's a good thing. And we have nearly finished most of these battles. Let's hop back into infrastructure map mode for now, and we will continue working on our infrastructure for a bit. Okay, there's still a few battles coming in. Republic of China is still being a jerk. But that's not unusual. Okay, let's get these expanding. And let's see here. There's one up here, yeah. So we should be fine at this juncture. Go ahead and expand over here. Something along the lines of this. Let's check in on our fleet and see if that has landed yet. Kind of doubt it. Actually, it has. Excellent. So we will go ahead and load that back up. I wonder if we can get here in time. They're at 89. They're at 90. We're on our way. 93. 94. 95. We're almost there. 97. 98. Oh, we got there at 99%. Okay, great timing. Okay, so we have no more rebellions happening. That is wonderful. Let's just get these railroads expanded, and I'm going to keep the game paused for a little bit because I want to make absolutely sure that we get all of our infrastructure done this episode. This is, of course, the final time that we need to do infrastructure expansion. So, that will be absolutely excellent. We'll get all of this infrastructure as expanded as it is possible to be. Of course, locations like these where there are mountains can only get so far. But that's fine. We want everything to get as maxed out as possible because that will be less time spent building infrastructure in Hoi 4. Which those factories, they're pretty slow at building infrastructure. Okay, so we're through Europe, so that means that states will start getting much, much bigger, of course. We should also make sure that we are expanding out on these islands that we hold. It looks like we indeed are. Excellent. Okay, let's just finish up Africa here, and then we'll swing back up and get Asia. That should be fine. But I want more infrastructure. Look at how much money we're making. This is insane. Absolutely bonkers. I mean, considering our size, I suppose it's to be expected. But, like, I can't spend more money than we're making. It's not physically possible. Unless we were to massively, like, overkill expand our army. Like, we could field 3172 brigades, sure. But when we're already so much more powerful than our next biggest rival, what exactly is the point? Like, if they group up against us, sure, they could potentially stand a chance. But at that point, then we just expand our military. I fail to see what the point of expanding our military beyond what it is right now actually is, currently. I just don't think it's a very good investment. It would be massive overkill. Speaking of massive overkill, this amount of railroads. But let's just get the max level of railroads rolling here. And I can guarantee for an absolute fact that we are 100% going to be maxing out the tech tree. It'll be interesting seeing how that imports into Hoi. In fact, there's just so much here that I have no idea how it's going to import. I would say right now that I'm more comfortable in Victoria 2 than I am in Hearts of Iron, just because I haven't ever played it on the channel. I've played it mostly in multiplayer, but not really at all in single player, or barely at all. So that should be very interesting to see how some of these idiosyncrasies with this world end up importing. Why do we just keep selecting that army? I do not want to select the army, I want to select the state. There we go. Excellent. So this is rather a large amount of money being spent on infrastructure. But it's just a drop in the bucket from what we actually have. We have a truly ludicrous amount of money. Okay, let's get the Middle East railroaded up. Since that has been uncontestedly under our control for a very long time, the Middle East has been really a very peaceful place. I mean, basically ever since we eliminated the Byzantines. Okay, now we are starting to move into Asia proper. As I said, the line here in my head is a little bit fuzzy. No, I don't want... Okay. Clearly my brain is trying to tell me something here. And I believe it's trying to tell me that I should build a navy. And it's right, I should build a navy, but I ain't building a navy. Why would I build a navy? I do not want navies. Get out of here. Funny thing is, we're definitely going to need navies in Hearts of Iron. Like, that's guaranteed, because we're going to have to conquer the New World. I mean, maybe we'll develop technology for, like, air transport over the Atlantic before we invade. I don't know. Does that tech even exist in Hoi 4? I don't think so. That'd be funny, though. That'd be quite entertaining. Well, we are just about done with these railroads, so that is a good thing. This is a rather tedious process, but sometimes it must be done. It'd go much faster with a build interface like in Europa. There's no doubt about that. Okay. I believe that was the final state right there. Did we miss anything? Probably. Did we miss anything important? Probably not. Like this up here, these are all held by our satellites. So I think that's good. Okay, let's let it tick. Excellent. We'll have a modern army doctrine here pretty soon. I don't think we're going to get far enough in this episode, thanks to the rather large railroad detour, to start justifying on France again. Although that would be nice, to be sure. Hey, Communist is gaining, and actually Communist gained the most. We like that. That is excellent. When is Modern Army Doctrine going to be done? That is going to be done 18 May 1921. So in just a couple of months here. Okay. Then we can do Modern Divisional Structure, Heavy Armament. That would be nice. Let's see here. Armor, Attack, and Defense for tankettes, light tanks, anti-aircraft artillery, improved anti-aircraft artillery, blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, we still don't have military aviation, so I don't know how that fits into this model yet. Hopefully we'll figure that out before the end of this. If we go into Hearts of Iron with every technology, but we still haven't invented military aviation, I'm going to be sad. Very sad indeed. That said, some of these things might have something to do with inventions in the naval tree. It's a possibility. Carriers are, after all, a thing in Hearts of Iron. And now that I think about it, maybe I would be interested in making carriers. But why would we need escort ships when we can have fleets comprised entirely of, like, 400 carriers? And all of their escort craft are aircraft. What could possibly go wrong? Besides submarines, but we don't acknowledge those. Navies don't exist. Oceans also don't exist. So under the ocean definitely doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure that's how this works anyway. We're getting 67.82 research points per day. That's going well. We're up to 98.6% literacy again, but we're just kind of hovering there. That is for sure. Our education budget is maxed. It cannot get any higher, and I don't believe we can get any more education efficiency either. Maybe one of these inventions. Or a coughing fit. That might do the trick too, but hopefully not. I believe it's done. Yep, I believe so. Okay, let's check in on our production over here. We're not actually currently working on anything. And that's a problem. I want an aeroplane factory. I want a tank factory. I want a electric gear factory. I want a machine parts factory. And honestly, we don't need to do anything else over here other than we'll just go ahead and expand the factories here. It's massive overkill, but airplane factory, fuel refinery, that would be enough here. We'll get these expanded. Excellent. These factories are actually going very well now at this point. Airplane, tank, telephone, radio, automobile, electric gear, machine part, fuel refinery, and we'll start over. Airplane, tank, automobile, radio, telephone, electric gear, machine part, and fuel. Okay. How many more of these do I actually want to build, though? An airplane factory here, a tank factory here would be fine. We'll do one more cycle. Automobile, radio, telephone, electric gear. We'll expand here. And then we need a machine parts and a fuel refinery. There we go. And, I mean, we're getting into very small amounts of unemployed workers at this point. And most places don't have any. We'll just go ahead and call that good for now. There's our modern army doctrine finishing up. Wonderful. Ah! Navy technologies. Get out of here. We're going for modern divisional structure. We cannot research advanced naval design. Of course not. I want modern divisional structure. There we go. Why would I want to research naval design? Ugh. Disgusting. At any rate, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are probably going to begin justifying on the French, I think. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. And we're going to kill this martyr. There we go.